Good morning or afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to welcome you to this presentation on CROSQ's Regional Metrology Strategy as part of the Metrology Symposium 2024 in Havana, Cuba. My name is Mr. Nicol, and I serve as the Technical Officer for Metrology at the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality, CROSQ. I also have the privilege of being the Technical Secretary for the CARIMET Committee, supporting regional collaboration in metrology across the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, member states. As an American Society for Quality, ASQ, certified calibration technician with a Master's in Sciences in Food Science and Technology and a Master in Business Administration, I bring over 20 years of combined experience in metrology, project management, and strategic management. My work focuses on advancing quality infrastructure, QI, to promote sustainable development and competitiveness in the region. In this presentation, I will walk you through CROSQ's strategic approach to regional metrology development, highlighting the role of metrology in strengthening trade, innovation, and sustainability within CARICOM. So, let's begin. Okay, now that I've introduced myself, let's take a look at the agenda for this presentation. We'll start with an overview of CROSQ, including who we are and our organizational structure. Next, we'll delve into the CARIMET Committee, highlighting key milestones in its development. From there, we'll explore the CARIMET regional strategy, followed by a detailed look at the CARIMET strategic plan for the period 2021 to 2025, focusing on its 5 strategic themes and various strategic activities. I will then share some of the recent developments and achievements in regional metrology, which are all linked to our strategy. Finally, we'll wrap up with a look ahead at the future and proposed initiatives to further advance our goals for the region. So, let's get started. In 2002, CROSQ, the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality, was established via Article 67 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. The CROSQ Secretariat is located in Baobab Towers, Warrens, St. Michael, in the beautiful island of Barbados. Our membership comprises of 15 Caribbean Community CARICOM member states, represented by the national standards bodies, NSBs, from each of these member states. CROSQ is a regional intergovernmental organization established to facilitate the development of regional standards, promote the harmonization of metrology systems, and support the sustainable production and trade of goods and services in the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME. Operationally, our activities are at 3 distinct levels: the CROSQ Council, the CROSQ Secretariat, and CROSQ Special Committees. At the CROSQ Council level, the Council is made up of the NSBs and governmental representatives from each country. At this level, there are also subcommittees that deal with matters related to areas such as human resources and finance. At the CROSQ Secretariat level, we have the Chief Executive Officer of CROSQ, who leads the organization with a team of highly qualified and skilled professionals, whether it be technical, administrative, or project-related professionals. At the CROSQ Special Committees level, our committees basically report to the CROSQ Secretariat, which then reports to the CROSQ Council. These committees cover all QI areas, quality infrastructure areas, which I will explain a bit in my upcoming slide. CROSQ has several committees developed to serve specific purposes as it relates to the development of the various quality infrastructure pillars and the services provided to the region. These areas include standards or standardization, metrology, accreditation, conformity assessment, and quality promotions to support the marketing and knowledge management aspect of QI. At the standards level, we have the TMC and EC. At the metrology level, we have CARIMET committee. For accreditation and conformity assessment, we also have the CCA and TIE. And for quality promotions, we have the MIC committee, which I would further explain in my upcoming slides. In this slide, we will focus on the CROSQ committees, the TMC, the Technical Management Committee, and the Editorial Committee, as well as the CARIMET Committee, the Caribbean Metrology Network. In the TMC, they are responsible for developing and harmonizing national standards into regional standards. These committees are actually assisted through a series of regional and technical committees, RTCs and NTCs, made up of relevant sectoral interests. In terms of the CARIMET committee, this committee was developed to promote an integrated measurement infrastructure in CARIFORUM states. This committee also assures international and regionally recognized QI services that are accessible and affordable in each member state. Now that we have a better understanding of the TMC and CARIMET committee, I would now switch focus to the CCA and MIC CROSQ committees. The CCA, or Caribbean Cooperation for Accreditation Committee, aims at developing and promoting the Regional Accreditation Infrastructure (CCA) scheme, network of National Accreditation Focal Points (NAFPs) and National Accreditation Bodies (NABs), assuring internationally and regionally recognized quality infrastructure, QI services, accessibility, and affordability in each member state. The MIC Committee, Marketing, Information, Knowledge Management, and Education, focuses on executing awareness and information components towards building a quality culture and improved efficiency in knowledge sharing and information exchange. The TIE, Technical Barriers to Trade, Information Management Systems and Inquiry Points Committee, seeks to address the four main levels of TBT and TBT-related issues: national matters, intra-CARICOM matters, extra-regional bilateral matters, and extra-regional multilateral matters. Each of these committees, as previously mentioned, have their specific terms of references that outline their purpose, rules, and responsibilities. So now that you've heard a bit about all the committees, let's focus on the CARIMET committee. Basically, the CARIMET committee is a special committee of CROSQ, as previously mentioned. CARIMET is also the Caribbean sub-region of CIM. At the 12th CROSQ Council meeting held in Barbados from 9 to 10 of April 2008, CARIMET was formally recognized by the CROSQ Council as a special committee of CROSQ. At the 28th CROSQ Council meeting held in Montserrat on the 5th of April 2016, the CROSQ Council agreed to continue with the previously approved Council decision and respective terms of reference that CARIMET is first and foremost a special committee of CROSQ, as per the authority vested in the Council by the Intergovernmental Agreement. This is, in fact, the basis for a lot of the resourcing of the work of CARIMET at this present time. Through this mechanism, CARIMET, as a special committee of CROSQ, is able to support the work of CROSQ, the collective of the CARICOM National Metrology Institutes, or Bureau of Standards, in fulfillment of member states' metrology and quality infrastructure obligations under the overarching CARICOM Revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. Through this mechanism, CARIMET is also able to access regional guidance, financial and technical assistance, and administrative support from the CROSQ to discharge its duties. With this development, CARIMET has been able to link the national goals of individual member states with those of CARICOM Group within the framework of a harmonized regional metrology system. This slide, we would focus on CARIMET's milestones from 2003 to 2017. In 2003, the Bureau of Standards Jamaica joins the BIPM as an associate state. In 2005, 11 Caribbean countries joined the BIPM as an associate economy. In 2006, the BSJ declared its first CMCs in mass metrology. In 2008, the CROSQ Special Committee, CARIMET, was formed. In 2010, we developed our first strategic plan for metrology. In 2010, we also had the CARIMET Mass ILC SIM M.M S7. In 2015, we developed our first Caribbean reference lab for mass calibrations at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. And we also started our second strategic plan. In 2016, SIM became a legal entity. This was very important for us because we are also part of SIM. In 2017, we developed two other Caribbean reference labs, the Volume Lab at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica and the Temperature Lab at the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards. In 2018, CARIMET conducted its volume interlaboratory comparison, sim.m.ff-S13. We also had our harmonized training courses for metrology. In 2020, we developed our third strategic plan, and also the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards Metrology Unit was accredited for mass and volume. In 2022, CROSQ's SIM affiliate membership was approved. Also in 2022, we completed our Metrology for Meteorology sub-project, which was part of a bigger project on climate change and biodiversity. Within this project, which I would elaborate in my slides to come, we focused on bringing the two scientific communities together, meteorology and metrology. In 2023, we focused on metrology for digital transformation. At this point, we participated in the SIM Cabarec, capacity building, and knowledge sharing. In 2024, we developed 3 Caribbean reference labs, humidity, pressure, and electrical power, which you'd hear a bit about in my upcoming slides. In 2024, we also launched our CROSQ quality infrastructure courses, in particular the metrology component. We also looked at the CARIMET Mass ILC, which we would have completed here in 2024, the sim.m.m.S21. From 2011, our regional strategy would have evolved. In 2011 to 2015, we focused on promoting and supporting an integrated measurement infrastructure. During the period of 2016 to 2020, the focus was on policy, legislation, traceability, and operational excellence. This has since evolved in 2021 to 2025 in terms of the provision of sustainable metrology services throughout the region. I would focus on the overview of our strategy. Our strategic plan 2021 to 2025 outlines the 5-year path that CARIMET will take. The overall objective is to strengthen the ability of Caribbean National Metrology Institutes, NMIs, to provide sustainable metrology services. To be accomplished, by implementing actions to build on the foundation laid in our previous strategic plans. In the development of the plan, we also considered national, regional, and international metrology development plans, for example, SIM and BIPM. A key focal point for this period is CARIMET maximizing the benefits of the CIPM MRA. This slide, I would focus on our mission and vision. As you can see, the mission is to strengthen and promote an internationally recognized measurement infrastructure in the countries of CARIFORUM to meet the current and future needs of the region. Basically, the mission of CARIMET is to develop and promote a measurement infrastructure that is internationally recognized across CARIFORUM. This infrastructure aims to meet both current and emerging needs, supporting the region's growth and alignment with global standards. Our vision, to be a resilient and unified and inclusive metrology network. Basically, this vision supports regional cohesion, promotes collaboration, both regionally and internationally, and builds a strong foundation for sustainable development right here in the Caribbean. Now we'd focus on the strategic themes. Theme 1, CARIMET Governance and Operations. Basically, Theme 1 aims to strengthen CARIMET's ability to effectively plan, implement, monitor, and improve the regional development of metrology. Theme 2, which focuses on measurement traceability, equivalence, and recognition, ensures that all National Metrology Institutes, NMIs, uphold the CIPM MRA by publishing CMCs or participating in SIM activities to demonstrate technical capability and metrological traceability. Theme 3, which covers knowledge management and dissemination, is a very important theme, as this ensures all NMIs have access to shared technical information and lessons learned. Theme 4, which focuses on the promotion of CARIMET, aims to raise awareness by informing internal stakeholders about CARIMET's activities and impact, while promoting the importance of metrology to our external stakeholders. Theme 5 focuses on the use of information technology, and this is a cross-cutting theme. Basically, CARIMET will use IT and virtual platforms to enhance communication, collaboration, and knowledge management across all strategic themes. So you just heard about our 5 strategic themes. Now we will focus on Theme 1, CARIMET Governance and Operations. Under this theme, we have a few strategic activities that we would have identified and also completed. One of these strategic activities would be to develop governance and operational procedures, policies, and guides. We also had to develop and implement a communication strategy. Another activity was to achieve 100% attendance and participation at CARIMET's activities, also form CARIMET working groups based on needs. We focused on the ease of movement of measuring instruments for calibration within CARICOM, and also improve network capacity rating for CARIMET to 80% by 2025. So under Theme 1, we would have developed our CARIMET Technical Framework Policy and Procedures Manual. This manual, which we call the Technical Framework for short, speaks to CARIMET, about CARIMET, CARIMET as a special committee of CROSQ, CARIMET as the Caribbean sub-region of SIM. It also focuses on the international metrology system, that CARICOM relationship. It speaks to technical designations in terms of the CARIMET working groups, as well as the Caribbean Reference Labs, the CARLs. It covers the risks to CARIMET, the CIPM MRA, the training and development in terms of our online courses and other online courses available to CARIMET, working groups, and many other areas such as SIM and BIPM and information and knowledge management. Mentioned in my previous slides, we also focused on CARIMET's network capacity during the period 2023, which was the mid-year of our strategic plan. At this point, we would have set a target of 60% to achieve 60%, and we are currently at 87% based on the survey. This network capacity survey was sent out to all member states, and we received responses. These responses were basically tailored around these 6 areas that you see here: problem solving, cooperation, ownership and commitment, communication, planning and monitoring, and institutionalization of the network. After careful analysis of the survey results, we came up with the key recommendations arising from this survey. These key recommendations will allow us to maintain and even exceed our current average of 87% rating by 2025, wherein the benchmark is 80%. These areas include institutionalization of the network, clearly communicate CARIMET objectives, and encourage participation of interested stakeholders at CARIMET meetings. Under planning and monitoring, regular monitoring and reviewing of activities by the executive. Under problem solving, review and realign risks with activities. Use information to strengthen the decision-making processes. For communication, establish formal communication rules within CARIMET and between members, and identify preferred communication channels and establish deadlines and responsibility centers for information sharing and follow-up actions. Cooperation, encourage and enhance cooperation with other CROSQ committees, and continue to encourage openness and transparency. Ownership and commitment, focus on the performance of appointed officials, and continue resource sharing. A bit about Theme 1, let's focus on Theme 2, measurement traceability, equivalence, and recognition. Under this theme, we looked at 7 activities, developed 3 Caribbean reference labs in pressure, humidity, and electrical power, support NMIs to publish and declare CMCs, document and train NMIs on the CIPM MRA, develop interlaboratory comparisons for CARIMET NMIs and clients, increase the number of CARIMET NMIs participating in SIM interlaboratory comparisons, actively participate in SIM working groups, and develop national and regional measurement capabilities to reduce the cost of calibrations. Now you heard a bit about Theme 2, let's dive into the development of 3 Caribbean reference labs, or CARLs as we call them. This activity was supported under the 11th EDF project. We focused on peer reviews, right? 2 peer reviews, 1 in humidity and 1 in pressure. Technical assistance and support was provided from the NRC in Canada and CINAM in Mexico. For the reviews, we had peer reviewers from within SIM. For humidity, our peer reviewer came from NIST in the United States of America, and for pressure, the peer reviewer was from CINAM in Mexico. Our 3 CARLs are accredited. This is how they received the international recognition. Although initially we had set out for QSTF recognition and for CMC declaration, we decided to go this route because it was a lot faster given the time frame that we had and the delays during the COVID-19 pandemic. The final activity under this particular part of the strategy would be to develop these memorandums of understanding, which would cover all three CARLs: humidity, pressure, and electrical power, which is housed at Indocal in the Dominican Republic. We focus on a few highlights from the pressure CARL. During the development, staff at the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards were trained in pressure calibrations. There was also mentoring of staff in pressure calibrations. This included a lot of hands-on demonstrations, and also there was a measurement uncertainty component where the measurement uncertainty for pressure calibrations was reviewed. We also focused on procurement of special fittings, which is very important for pressure calibrations. We also looked at the procurement of additional equipment, which was also done by the NMI itself at TTBS. They would have purchased a couple of calibrators. And then we have the upgrading of the physical infrastructure of the pressure lab. The lab was retrofitted with tables, the necessary components and fittings, and any other infrastructure that would have been necessary to support the equipment that they would need to calibrate. We all know that conducting comparisons are very important to support our international recognition, whether it be accreditation or CMCs. For CARIMET, one of our activities included conducting ILCs in mass, volume, and temperature by 2025. Thus far, we have completed our mass ILC. This comparison would have been done during 2024. We developed a protocol which would have been completed and approved by SIM. We would have registered this comparison on the Key Comparison Database, KCDB. This comparison is a sim.m.m.s21. For this comparison, the Bureau of Standards Jamaica was the pilot lab. We also had the support from CINAM in Mexico as the co-pilot lab. The participating countries included Jamaica, Guyana, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, and Mexico, as I mentioned previously, as the co-pilot. This was supported by the 11th EDF project. Just covered a bit under Theme 2. Now we move on to Theme 3, Knowledge Management and Dissemination, a very important part of our strategy. Under this theme, we would have, one of the activities would have been to create and populate a central repository of CARIMET knowledge. Another activity would have been to provide training based on National Metrology Institute's capabilities and needs. And as you can see in the pictures below, this is an example of our drive, the Caribbean Metrology Corporation, where we store all of our CARIMET related documents and knowledge. As you can see, it covers our operational plan, the presentations from the BIPM directors meeting, our strategic plans, quarterly reports, committee meeting minutes, also a bit about, metrology technical aspect of it, the calibration of calibration intervals, also our technical framework, and a bit about our working groups as well. So it's a comprehensive repository of our knowledge. Under Theme 3, we focus on metrology for meteorology. So basically, we would have completed our metrology for meteorology sub-project for the Caribbean. The overall objective was to assure the quality of temperature measurement data in the Caribbean region, and also to make a reliable basis to establish effective policies and plans, understanding of processes, and useful prognosis in the field of biodiversity and climate change. During this project, we would have brought the two scientific communities together. There was also a visit to the Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology, CIMH, located here in Barbados. We initiated a draft MOU between CROSQ and CIMH. We also provided temperature metrology training to member states. During this project, we developed roadmaps for development, and we also procured numerous temperature measuring equipment for the purpose of temperature calibrations. As you see here in the picture on the screen, this is the cover page of our M4M joint publication entitled Ensuring Accurate Measurements of Climate Change Parameters in the Caribbean. Now, this publication is available on our website, the CROSQ website, with the link provided in the slide. But last but not least, we also focused on quality management training. So this quality management training was actually training in ISO 9001, how to develop a QMS, develop and implement a QMS. Digital transformation in metrology is revolutionizing the way measurements and standards are developed, applied, and managed. By integrating advanced digital technologies such as cloud computing, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and blockchain, metrology is becoming more efficient, accurate, and accessible. These innovations enable real-time data acquisition, remote calibration services, and enhanced traceability through secure digital records. Furthermore, digital tools streamline processes, reduce operational costs, and foster international collaboration by harmonizing practices across borders. This evolution supports industries, regulators, and consumers alike, ensuring that metrology remains a cornerstone of quality and innovation in an increasingly digital world. With this in mind, Theme 3 also covers metrology for digital transformation, awareness, and Python training. This was done in Dominica in 2023, in December. At this workshop, we focused on the use of Python in metrology. There were live demonstrations and practical exercises. With this in mind, there was increased awareness about digital transformation in metrology, increased understanding about metrology for digital transformation, and also an opportunity to share knowledge about digital transformation in metrology, which was very important for shaping what we do in the region in these current times. Technical assistance in metrology strengthens measurement capabilities by providing expertise, training, and resources to establish reliable systems. It ensures accurate measurements, enhances traceability, and supports compliance with international standards, fostering trust and facilitating trade. We would have provided a number of technical assistance activities under this particular strategic plan. One I would like to highlight is the technical assistance provided to the Belize Temperature Lab. This technical assistance would have covered the setup of the temperature lab, training in temperature metrology, training in measurement uncertainty estimation, also bath characterization in terms of homogeneity and stability, and also the ice point test, which is necessary for temperature metrology. Capacity building in metrology empowers institutions and professionals with the skills, knowledge, and resources needed to develop and maintain robust measurement systems. It enhances technical expertise, promotes standardization, and supports sustainable development in science, industry, and trade. One of our notable capacity building exercises or activities would have been the dimensional or length metrology training at the Center for Measurement and Calibration, ZMK, Germany. During this training, we would have focused on the calibration of micrometers, test pins, calipers, squares, dial gauges, gauge blocks, and the associated measurement uncertainty. We were also privileged to have a tour of these labs, also with demonstrations and an overview of their procedures in these various labs. Some of the labs we would have covered would have been mass, volume, torque, temperature, and humidity. Visiting developed calibration laboratories is crucial for developing regions, offering insights into advanced technologies, best practices, and international standards. These visits foster knowledge transfer, collaboration, and innovation, accelerating the growth of metrology systems. Throughout the years, we would have had numerous visits to more developed laboratories within SIM. In particular, I would like to focus on our PTB tour, study tour. During this study tour, we would have visited the explosion testing department and their labs. There were demonstrations on various types of explosions, and we also learned a bit about particle movement modeling and various experiments. There was also a visit to the International Cooperation Unit at PTB, and this particular visit was financed by the EU PTB 11th EDF program. In general, this was a very enlightening experience and a valuable technical exchange. Promoting CARIMET is vital for advancing metrology here in the Caribbean, fostering regional collaboration, and building a unified approach to measurement standards. It enhances trade, supports quality infrastructure, and strengthens the region's global competitiveness through shared expertise and resources. Under this theme, we would have focused on 4 key activities. 1. Ensuring all regional metrologists understand CARIMET's strategy and are kept up to date on these activities. 2. Partner with the MIC committee. 3. Partner with other entities to promote metrology awareness. And 4. Unify CARIMET celebrations of themes, in particular World Metrology Day, World Accreditation Day, and World Standards Day. CARIMET held a face-to-face meeting in Georgetown, Guyana on June 28 to 29, 2023 under the CARIFORUM EU TBT component of the 11th EDF EPA program. Representatives from our member states convened at the Guyana National Bureau of Standards, GNBS, to review the committee's 5-year strategic plan, discuss ongoing projects, and evaluate our 2023 operational plan. At this meeting, team building activities were also conducted, in addition to laboratory tours. The meeting emphasized strengthening NMIs to deliver sustainable metrology services and maximizing the benefits of the CIPM MRA for global recognition. We would have focused on the OIML D1, edition 2020, National Metrology Systems, developing the institutional and legislative framework. We would have also focused on our technical framework documentation. Promoting CARIMET to stakeholders is crucial for raising awareness of our mission, vision, and strategic goals. It fosters collaboration, strengthens regional metrology capacity, and highlights our role in supporting trade, quality infrastructure, and sustainable development across the Caribbean. CARIMET's promotional material was developed in collaboration with CROSQ's MIC committee. This brochure contained CARIMET's mission, vision, and values, which are all outlined here, as you can see in my first picture on this slide. We focused on introducing CARIMET and our strategic plan, and we went into the strategic themes, the 5 strategic themes. Now, this brochure would have also mentioned an overview as well of CARIMET. Now that we have taken a look at the other 4 strategic themes, we have now come to theme 5. This theme in particular is a cross-cutting theme as it stretches across all 4 other themes. the use of information technology. So basically, CARIMET will leverage information technology and virtual platforms to support communication, collaboration, and knowledge management. We would have had regular meetings of the CARIMET committee online via Zoom, and we would have also created a WhatsApp group for quick and easy communication. Now, this communication could be meeting links, publications, newsletters, tutorials, articles, and even brochures as well as surveys. At present, we are really utilizing this WhatsApp group, and it has been very successful in terms of communication across the region. Okay, so we've heard a bit about CROSQ, CARIMET, our regional metrology strategy, and the various strategic themes that are outlined in our strategy. So now on to the more fun things, like the recent developments and achievements. So we'd have had our well-executed strategic plan 2021 to 2025. This is being continuously monitored, and we had a number of strategic interventions outlined there, which have already been completed, and a few to come in 2025. We'd have also seen the development of our metrology working groups in legal metrology and quality in particular. Quality, for example, has already done 2 awareness sessions, awareness and sensitization actually, in ISO 9001 and ISO IEC 17025. These sessions were well attended by member states, with about over 100 participants in each session. We would have also developed metrology courses, and we would have developed calibration labs. In regard to the metrology courses, we would have developed a basic metrology course with a focus on temperature metrology, in particular metrology for meteorology. In terms of the calibration labs, we would have focused on both temperature and pressure. We would have also provided technical assistance through training and mentoring in areas such as electricity meters, strategic planning, temperature, mass, metrology legislation, metrology for digital transformation, and regulatory impact assessments. Some key points to note: the enhancement of our quality infrastructure across the Caribbean, the ongoing CARIMET strategic plan implementation for 2021 to 2025, the focus on traceability, governance, and technical capacity, the alignment with international metrology standards, and also supporting smoother trade and sustainable development. We would have also provided technical assistance in terms of the review, development, and revision of Metrology and Weights and Measures Acts. Some of those that we have in progress would be Barbados, Montserrat, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have some upcoming: Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Guyana, Haiti, and Suriname. We'd have also provided additional training in temperature, electrical, pressure, dimensions, mass, humidity, quality management, legal metrology, and strategic planning, as I previously mentioned. So, as we have gone through our recent developments and achievements, we now move on to future and proposed initiatives. So we have here 3 proposed initiatives, future and proposed initiatives: CARIMET Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030. This plan would be inclusive of our operational plans for each year. We intend to develop this plan taking into consideration the international and regional plans for metrology development, for instance, the BIPM, OIML, SIM, CROSQ, and other key development partners. We also seek to draft, review, and revise existing weights and measures and metrology acts in 5 Caribbean countries. I would have explained this previously, in order to align and realign them with the OIML D1 and update them based on current and emerging trends and future metrology development. And thirdly, we are looking at an initiative to host our first Caribbean Metrology School at one of our CARLs, the Caribbean Reference Labs, to cover specific areas related to metrology in our region. This will be a 2-week engagement and will be open to all CROSQ CARIMEC members. It will have 2 components, an online component for the theory and a face-to-face engagement for the majority of the hands-on demonstrations and practical exercises. It would also be an opportunity to effectively market our CARs. In regard to a few more future and proposed initiatives, we have knowledge sharing and technical exchanges. This would include study tours and webinars, online metrology courses, in particular an intermediate course, since we already started the basic course and delivered that, training and mentoring attachments to various NMIs, regionally and internationally. We have continued regional and international participation. This would be in sim projects, meetings, activities, working groups, also at the international level at the BIPM, and other regional metrology organizations and NMIs, National Metrology Institutes. We would also have an opportunity to organize CARIMEC comparisons in the CARL metrology areas. For example, volume, temperature, and humidity. So as you can see, we are heavily invested in our Caribbean reference labs. With this, we are proposing to support the CARLs and develop these CARLs even further. So under our new project, we are looking at needs assessments and gap analyses, support to fill these gaps, and also capacity building to the CARLs. In terms of continued provision of technical assistance, in particular quality technical assistance, we would focus on mentoring and guidance, training sessions in various areas in metrology, and strategic or strategy development in metrology. Okay, so we have reached the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention and engagement throughout this presentation. As we reflect on the importance of metrology in shaping our regional strategy, I leave you with this thought. Metrology is the silent architect of progress, shaping precision into the foundation of innovation, trust, and global harmonization. Collaboration and support are essential as we continue building a robust and harmonized metrology framework for the CARICOM region. Thank you.